we just go? Can we just go? Figure out where we're going. Can we just
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley and I am so happy that you decided to click on today's video where I'm going to be showing you 20 iPad tips, tricks, and hidden features, things you may or may not know about utilizing your iPad or how you could even use it better. So if you are like me and you're just a casual everyday iPad user, some of these things when I was even researching for this video, I am now implementing since now learning, and hopefully the same will be true for you. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into all the 20 different things. So I have owned an iPad for over a decade at this point, and I am still amazed that the iPad does not have a calculator app, at least to my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Never had a calculator like built-in feature, but if you were unaware, you can actually use the little drop-down spotlight feature and type in your equation and boom bam, you have your answers. You don't have to invest in storage or even pay for a calculator app. I did that in the past, and honestly I feel pretty dumb for having done that in the past, but easily you just swipe down from the middle part where you do your little search bar, and we're just going to test run and do 2 plus 2, so it'll just pop up and show you the result. If you have a more complicated maybe equation that you can't use all the different keyboard features, I would suggest that you go ahead and upgrade maybe into getting a calculator app. But if this is simple like mental math type problem, you probably are good to go with the search feature. The next one is pretty neat and cool, and I don't think I was as wise as you might think when it comes to my iPad. My iPhone, I feel like I know way more functions, features, but I am way more of a whiz as far as like the shortcuts and the cool little things, just because I feel like it's more mobile and I honestly learning about different things with it. Compared to my iPad, I use it for very like basic functions, so I don't really go exploring to figure out all the little nuances outside of what I essentially need it for. So with that, I was educated about this feature a little while ago, and basically all you have to do is use 4 fingers and swipe to the left, and you're able to go to the previous app instead of having to go out, swipe, hit the app, or like double click and then select the app. See how convoluted that sounds? I'm so glad that it's an easy just 4 finger swipe to the left, and then same thing if you do a 4 finger swipe to the right, you're able to go back to the previous app that you were on prior to the other one. Hopefully this all makes sense. If not, editing Haley will give you little instructions on the bottom of the screen. Next, if you long hold the space bar, like if you're typing on like notes or something, it'll allow your cursor to easily move, so if you have to select like which line or where you want to rearrange it, it's like an easy way to kind of have like a figment of mouse sort of. So just long hold your space bar and it will move your little cursor. Unfortunately, my Apple Pencil is currently charging, but I love using it for this feature. You can easily just kind of scribble using your Apple Pencil, and you can actually have that be converted into text on like your notes. If you are searching for something, you can like write in the little search bar and then it will convert it into text and search it for you. So those are 2 really neat features, especially if you're somebody who either is lazy and doesn't feel like typing it all out, you can write it quicker, or if you're somebody who's like, I really like handwriting my notes, then I can easily search them at my notes later because it'll convert it and search for it based on it being text. So that was something I wish I knew earlier. So going back to the fun little hand gestures, if you use 3 fingers and you tap it on your screen, you can actually have it be a copy paste cut function. And the same thing if you use 3 fingers and pinch, you can copy an image or text. So 3 fingers inward copies text or an image, while 3 fingers outwards of a pinch pastes the text or image. I'm gonna put jibber jabber, just like text in here, just to demonstrate these cool little hand features. So like I said, if you use 3 fingers and you go ahead and pinch it inward, so let's just copy some text here. I'm gonna pinch these 3 fingers inwards. As you can see here, it said cut, so I did that, and then if I do it outwards, it did paste. This is jibber jabber, but if you were copying or pasting a whole bunch of different things from like a note, or maybe you have like a Word doc or a Google Doc and you want to easily do those functions, this is so much easier. And if you swipe up from the bottom left, you're able to screenshot. And with most of these hand gestures and features, know that you can actually update them in your settings to change what those particular features and functions do. So if you don't want it to be 3 fingers that you pinch in that you're cutting or you're copying, you want to make sure that you go ahead in your settings and check out and see how you can rearrange that, just if it's more convenient or makes more sense to you to do something else with that motion. This one's really simple. I've seen it before. I never thought to think about what it is. I've also seen the green version, but if you've ever seen at like the top right hand corner near your like Wi-Fi battery, a little orange dot pop up, that just is your device notifying you that a microphone is in use. Therefore, like it can hear your recording, like it's listening. So that's like the little notification to let you know it's doing that. And if you don't see it, obviously it's not doing that. And actually going back to different functions and features that you can adjust in your settings, you can actually go into accessibility and add background noise, which this would be something helpful if you are maybe studying, if you want to be like really focused, easy background white noise, or maybe you're intensely like working on something or working on a project. Again, I think that this would be something that is a lot more beneficial than maybe having to turn on the TV. I know I personally just use like a music app and have music as my background noise, but for you, this might be something that is neat and fits your need. And while swiping up from the bottom left hand corner makes screenshots, swiping up from the bottom right hand corner adds and creates a new note. So if you easily want to go from, let's say, like the Maps app, and you want to create a new note for some reason, you want to document something, you just swipe from the bottom right, a small little notes window pops up. So if you're looking to save some battery life, make sure to go to your settings and adjust the background app refresh and what apps stay refreshed. Some of them makes more sense to stay activated, refreshed, maybe like your maps. If you're somewhere and you obviously want to have the latest like directions or know what are the correct streets or updated streets and things, there's some other apps that you probably don't need to have constantly being refreshed, and it's just honestly draining your battery. So go ahead and take a quick look at that and see what exactly you really need to have going on refresh. This one I've known for probably many years now, but in case you're not aware, I want to go ahead and still throw it in this video. You can actually listen to from the same device on multiple different Apple like AirPod products, the same piece of like medium or music. So you can go ahead and have them both connected to the device. So in this case, obviously the iPad, you would pull down the little media player, you would go ahead and click on it and make sure that you have those devices like Bluetooth connected. You make sure to select both of those. You can adjust your volume on like each different device. You can easily just again share media or music without having to both use the same little like listening device. You weren't aware, hopefully that helped you. And going back to the studying and being like really zoned in, we have the do not disturb like focus modes, as they've been rebranded in recent years. Customize those for different features or functions within your life, whether it's work, maybe for you if you're a student like school and studying, maybe it's for like sleep. Just having different apps or features that happen whenever you're in that mode. When you activate it, then your home screen and everything will look exactly like how you want it for that particular mindset or mode that you're in. So maybe for work, you make sure that you don't have any of your like streaming services, any of your social media, so you're not getting like distracted by those things. And then whenever you disable it, you're able to have all those things back again. So it's like an easy way to kind of like block out some of those distractions and allow you to really zone in and get whatever you want done. Same with sleep. Maybe you don't want to have like 1,000 different notifications going off and making sounds or bothering you or distracting you. You can activate it to where maybe those notifications are adjusted for that particular mode. So I think this is really neat and really handy, especially when you want to really, like I said before, be focused and limit your distractions on your devices, whether it be all your different Apple products or just maybe one product in particular. Obviously today we're talking about the iPad, but the same thing applies for your MacBook, your iPhone, your iPad. And the same thing about how it's so great to have all your different Apple products in an ecosystem is you can easily universally use a clipboard. So if I copy something from my MacBook, I could paste it here on my iPad on my notes over here. So it's really cool how they're all universal. I've used this multiple different times. Maybe I want to have a link that I'm watching on my phone. I'm like, hey, I want to see it on a bigger screen. I'm going to share it to my iPad, or oh, I'm going to make sure I copy this so when I refer to something and I'm working on a project on my MacBook, I can easily see it on that note as well. So sometimes it's really helpful, instead of me having to email myself 1,000 different things to see it on all these different devices, I can use the Apple ecosystem to work for me. And a really simple one is text replacement. You can adjust this in your settings in your keyboard. Again, I've been using this for over a decade for different terms or things that I constantly use. So maybe if I type in for like a basic common one, LOL, I can have it text replace to say laugh out loud, or vice versa. Same thing if I want to use a certain term to have it populate my address, or if I have a certain link that I want to be able to easily share and I just use a certain phrase, then it'll auto populate that link in there. Having something like that, a quick little text shortcut, it can really save you some time. This one is one of those things that I told you at the beginning of the video I learned through researching for this video, is you can actually save split screen pairings on your iPad. Yeah, I know. So let's say you commonly are somebody who uses Google Docs for class, and then you also use Notability to take your notes. Maybe you save your PowerPoints for class in your Google Doc, and then you want to look at that as the professor's speaking, so you can take your notes in Notability, and you want to have both of those screens like split screen. You can actually save that pairing and open up Google Drive and then have those different things. I think I said Google Docs earlier. I meant to say Google Drive. Oops. Have both of those things up at the same time. They'll both come up as a split screen pairing. So I think this is really neat, and I'm going to quickly show you this. First, you're going to go to your shortcuts app. So you're going to hit new shortcut. Then I like to do on the little search bar on the right, it's just type in the word split. So split screen apps is the button that you're going to want to select. You hit that, and then you're going to put what the first app is and then what the second app is. So you have those two things, and then after that, you should be good to go. So if you want to, you can give this particular pairing a name, share this new shortcut, scrolling down to add to home screen. I think that having that shortcut hack, I know I'm going to be using it a lot more. I hope you will too. So guys, those were all 20 of my tips and tricks, hidden features, maybe different functions on your iPad you were unaware of. Hopefully you knew at least 10 of these, because some of these were pretty obvious in my opinion if you've been a long time iPad user, but hopefully this video was helpful to you. If it was, the way that I can know that is if you give it a big thumbs up. That way I know I can do more technology videos like this. I like doing these tech videos because again, it not only helps you, but because I'm the one figuring out sometimes these new features as well, I learned something too. So I think it's a win-win all around. So if you want to see more videos like this, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I do videos like this all the time. Food, tech, lifestyle, you name it, I probably have done it. And if you you do have a video suggestion, please leave it down below. I'm always open to hearing new ideas or hear what you guys want to see. But until next time, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye guys.